Okay, this is gonna be a very interesting one. I managed to get Tropico 1 working somehow with stream elements. Took a lot of time and a lot of kitchen nightmares. Hell's Kitchen with Liana, but here we are. Yeah, I am collecting money for the Jingle Jam charity drive. You can get a really big bundle of games for £35 or just donate any money really. Anything helps. Well, let's give it a try. I've always wanted to see where this game series came from.
Toda la fruta está bueno, mira la fruta.
Dale, vamos. Rápidamente, vamos.
Niños, no tienen negocio en la casa.
I don't know, these maps. It should be right around here somewhere.
Look, it's right over there.
Te pareces muy guapa ahora.
Ay, papi. Adelante. Bien, bien. Sigan.
Presidente.
Oh, I love that transition to the menu.
Congratulations on your recent rise to power, Presidente. And might I add, you're looking especially powerful today. The people of Tropico are truly blessed to have such a wise ruler as yourself. I'm sure you're anxious to start exercising your new power and improving the island of Tropico. There is much to be done. First, allow me to introduce you to some of the tools at your disposal. Presidente, you have a large island to rule. You want to be able to view it from different angles and different zooms. Click the plus magnifying glass, which is circled several times to zoom in close on your people. Keep pressing the button to zoom in closer. Now click the minus magnifying glass a couple of times until you pull back so you can see more what's going on again. Presidente, certain magnificent structures, such as your palace, are so large that you'll want to be able to rotate your view to see behind them. Click the rotate button 4 times to rotate in a full circle around your island. You'll notice, Presidente, that nobody is moving. Your power is so great that you can control time itself. Click on the second speed bar to allow time to pass at a very slow speed. After your tutorial is over, you can turn the speed up faster. Very good, Presidente. Zoom in close on one of your people and click on them. You'll have to click directly on the person. Very good, Presidente. Each of your citizens is unlike any other. They will each respond differently to your enlightened rule. Why, some of them might even resent you. I know. It can hardly be believed.
Yeah, I know this series from being like a big parody one. Kind of a comedic management game. I've played through a little bit of 4. I can't remember if I played through it. I've played some Tropico 5.
The bars indicate the citizens' need for food, rest, religion, entertainment, and healthcare. The bars will decrease over time, and when they get low, the citizen will go try to resolve their need by going home to eat or sleep, or going to a church for religion, a pub or casino for entertainment, or a clinic for healthcare. If you don't provide for your people's needs, your citizens will try to resolve them on their own. but the results are generally poor, and the people become unhappy. Unhappy and restless citizens can cause trouble, even for a powerful leader such as yourself. Click on the indicated button for more about the citizen's happiness. Each citizen tracks their happiness in 10 different categories. The categories with the brightest, whitest labels are the most important and carry the most weight in determining the citizen's overall happiness, the indicated bar. Note that food, housing, and so on show up here again. However, these bars indicate the citizen's happiness in those areas as opposed to their immediate need. If you don't meet their needs, they will become unhappy in the poorly serviced areas. A useful tool to keep an eye on your population's overall happiness is this bar. As indicated, it shows the average happiness of your population as a whole. Speaking of the treasury, let's see if we can make a little bit more profit to fill the treasury. Presidente, all your farms are growing corn at the moment. The people like the corn because to survey the agricultural possibilities of your island, press the info button, indicated. Initially, the overall crop conditions icon is selected. To look at individual crops that you can grow, press the button until you have cycled through all the possibilities. There are 10 total.
Corn, pineapple, coffee, sugar, tobacco, banana, papaya, cattle, goat.
Green areas indicate where the selected crops will grow best. If you cycle through again and stop on tobacco, you'll see that one of your farms is near some rich tobacco areas. Select the indicated farm by clicking on it. You'll notice that a map overlay is in place again for the selected farm's chosen crop, corn. Presidente, let's change this farm to grow tobacco. Click on the list button and choose tobacco. Very good. On the next planting, lucrative tobacco will be grown instead of corn, producing $1,000 per load versus $400. You've still got enough corn farms to feed your population. Usually each corn farm can support about 30 Tropicans, and you still got 3 corn farms left and only about 50 citizens. However, there is something else that must be addressed here at this farm. You see that this farm does not have a full set of 4 workers. Your people would rather work at the farms closer to the town center. Presidente, on Tropico, you cannot simply command your workers to do anything. They have free will. You control what is built, how the buildings are to operate, what edicts are issued, and otherwise run your island at a high level. However, at the low level, your people are free to do as they choose, and you must persuade them to accomplish your goals. How can your people be persuaded? Why, Presidente, your people can be persuaded with money, of course. We can lure workers to this farm by raising the pay here. Click on the little yellow coins to set the wage here to at least $15 per month.
Oh. Not just a arrow button we could usually have.
And now we wait.
Interesting.
Soon we see eager workers, lured by their greed to grab these lucrative jobs. But what if you decide that you have too many workers at a building? Hold down the shift key on your keyboard, and then click on one of the workers. Adios. Nice knowing you. Good luck finding a new job. Presidente, you just fired that worker. Don't worry, there are other jobs for them. Presidente, your new tobacco farmer will make you money, but it will take time. First, the tobacco must be planted, then eventually harvested. Once there is a fair amount of tobacco stacked up at the farm, a teamster will arrive and haul the tobacco to the dock. Once a freighter arrives at the dock, a dock worker will load it. Then, and only then, will you be paid. Don't worry, Presidente. The farmer, teamster, and dock worker will do their jobs without your assistance. The only thing required of you is patience. In the meantime, let us turn our attention to other things. Presidente, it is important that you learn how to construct new buildings. click on the Building Mode button. So many of your people are living in shacks. Perhaps it is time to take pity on them and build some nice houses for them to live in. Don't worry, you can charge rent and slowly squeeze the pesos back out of them. It is good to be a ruler, huh? Click on the house icon. Now position the house on the map fairly close to your main town. It will turn green when it is in a valid location. Click to place the house. The house is not built immediately. A ghosted image of the house is shown. Over time, laborers will come, clear out any trees, level the ground, and build the house. You also have no house of worship at present. Many of your citizens hold their faith quite dearly and will grow upset if you do not build a church. Select the Human Services group as indicated. Now select the church and place it in a nice location on the map. Again, close to your main town. Very good. Now click on the Building Mode button again to toggle it off. And click on the uncompleted church to take a closer look. Even though it is not yet complete, you can take actions with the church. For instance, if your house is not yet completed, some laborers may choose to work on the house initially rather than the church, depending on which is closer to the construction office. You can force them to work on the church first by clicking on the high priority setting. Very good. Another way to speed up construction generally is to make sure your construction office has a full complement of workers, raise pay if necessary, or build more construction offices. Many buildings, including churches, require high school educated workers. A few require college educated workers. Initially, few in your population are educated. At some point, you'll want to build a high school to educate workers. But for now, we can entice a foreign high school educated worker to work at this church. Click on the indicated icon. Now agree to pay the fee.
We need male high school educated workers for this building. By paying 500 to a foreign agency, we can guarantee that a foreign worker with those skills will show up on the next freighter.
Excellent. Over time, many immigrants will come to your island, on board the freighters that stop at the dock. Some will be those that you've hired in this manner. Others will come on their own free will, seeking a better life. Unfortunately, those who will come freely will be uneducated, like the bulk of your population. Let's take a closer look at your population, Presidente. Clicking on the population indicator will bring up a special book. Presidente, this is your nation's almanac, carefully compiled by myself. Click on any of the different list types to see different views of your people, or click on the tabs for information on your economy, the political environment, and so on. Study to your heart's content. Then press Next. When you're done, press Exit.
Yeah, there's the tobacco farm. Hey, there's some people who don't respect us. What the fuck is this? One diehard militarist. We like to see that. Capitalists in here. And one intellectual. Very nice.
Presidente, as leader of the island, you also have the ability to issue edicts. Click on the Edict Mode button. It is only fair, as a compensation for your enlightened rule, that you tuck away a little something for yourself. Click on the Economic button. Now click on the Special Building Permit. Now consult with your advisor about this edict by clicking as indicated. Go ahead, Presidente. Issue the edict.
Special building permit. With so much money being spent on building projects around the island, it is only right that El Presidente receives a taste for himself. We can pad the cost of all new construction by 20% with 10% of the total cost going to El Presidente's Swiss retirement fund. The other 10 would keep the arrangement quiet. The downside is that the intellectual faction will perceive that something is amiss, and your respect with them will be slightly diminished.
Well done, Presidente. Now press the edict button again to toggle it off. Presidente, a few more general tips. Over time, the people will grow restless. After 8 or 9 years, they will demand an election. If you do not agree, you will anger the people, possibly leading to an uprising. If you agree to the election, you will have to strive to make them happy enough to earn their vote. Make your people happy by paying them well, providing good housing, medical care, churches, and entertainment. Even with these precautions, they may grow restless over time. So be sure to build guard posts so that your soldiers make their presence felt. Make sure your soldiers are especially well paid. A military coup d'etat is not a pretty sight. Build up your economy with logging camps, mines, and later factories. Once you have a fair amount of free cash in the treasury, you may wish to build an inexpensive hotel and a few tourist attractions. Locate these near a nice beach, away from the riffraff of daily Tropican life. If well managed, you will draw Yankee tourists with their fat wallets.
Yankee? Never seen that spelling before.
Presidente, my lessons draw to a close. There is more to be learned, but you will have to learn by experience. If it pleases you, you may continue to play with this island indefinitely. Go ahead and turn the speed up, or return to the main menu and start again on an island especially tailored to your desires, by clicking the circle button and choosing main menu.
Hey, I really like the style of this game. I think you can... I can't remember how it works exactly, but I think you maybe buy like trades or something with the Swiss bank account in later games. Industry ad, air pollution standards, tourism ad, the headliner, spring break package, world geographic package, Mardi Gras, Pan-Caribbean games, tax cut. That's the way to gain favor with your citizens is to buy it. Pays every adult resident of your island $100, buying their respect for a while. Yeah, so we can swap between US and Russian influences. Bribe, arrest, capture, heretic, eliminate. And I think probably when you eliminate someone or something like that, you'll turn a few of that faction against you. Amnesty. Military faction cordial or better. Cathedral religious faction cordial or better. Church. Amnesty, early election, Inquisition, book barbecue. Military modernization, martial law, open the jails. Papal visit. Conscription. Prohibition, literacy program, contraception ban, social security, anti-litter ordinance, sensitivity training, food for the people. It has been reported that the Yankees to the north consume far more food per person than our frugal Tropican citizens. As wasteful as this sounds, it is reported that their citizens actually enjoy consuming large amounts of varied foods. I believe we can raise the food quality somewhat by doubling the food rations per person. How we feed our people more. Iron, bauxite, gold. Liberty is hurt by lots of soldiers, but helped by free press and free democracy. Red areas are vulnerable to rebels and uprisings. Green units are strongest leaders and possibly threats. So, housing quality is crap. We've got all these shacks here. Okay, I think we can hop back into the main menu and try one of the scenarios. You can also make your own random map. Set the stuff for it. To secure your place in history, pursue a blend of goals: happiness for your people, a strong economy to drive your nation, and perhaps a little cash stashed away for a rainy day. Happiness is what it's all about. Everything else is just a means to get there. Make your people the happiest in the whole Caribbean and you will be a truly great leader. Stash as much money as you can in your Swiss bank account. It's only fair that you'll be well compensated for your glorious leadership. Build your island into an economic powerhouse. The bigger the economy, the better. Judge not, lest ye be judged. This option disables victory conditions, difficulty ratings, time limits. Play how you'd like for as long as you'd like. Judge the results for yourself. Tropico is being closely observed by the international community, so closely that you must hold the elections when asked by your people, and you cannot commit any form of election fraud. You must win fairly and honest. A rather unpleasant anti-immigrant fervor has swept Tropico recently, scaring off potential migrants. No immigrants will arrive on Tropico on their own. You can still hire educated immigrants as needed, but will receive no free immigrants at all. Your citizens have a long tradition of running off to the woods as rebels at the slightest provocation. You'll see an increased number of rebels, so build your military accordingly. At the furthest tip of the Caribbean, your island is remote from the US. The good news is the US is less likely to interfere. The bad news is American tourists don't like long trips to reach your island. You'll have to offer cut-rate prices or tolerate a very modest tourist trade. Don't expect to build a tourist paradise. Political stability, economy, random events, game length. Unless you select open-ended. Is Che Guevara, Fidel Castro, no idea who that is, not that, not that, not that, not that. Yeah, I don't know who any of these people are. I'm not super up to date with history on this region. Che Guevara, I know some stuff about. We've got different backgrounds you can choose. They affect your reputations. communist faction, relations with the US, relations with Russia, education. Minor productivity, farmer productivity. Intellectuals and religious faction minus crime rate. Plus education. Booze baron, religious faction minus, rum revenue per barrel plus. Leftist author. Popular leftist writer who wrote his first book at night while working on a local plantation as a laborer. Fortunate son, your status as the offspring of the old Presidente has made you well known and liked by the people, but your feeble accomplishments to date have garnered you no further advantages. Overall respect plus, minus intellectual faction. Militarist faction plus, minus liberty, soldier efficiency plus. Rise to power. Rebellions elected as fascist. Fascism boosts military and liberty somehow. I guess because it was an election. Installed by KGB. Democracy expectations very low. Communist faction plus. Relations with Russia plus. Minus liberty. Uneducated allowed to be soldiers. CIA. Annual CIA stipend. Some really cool options here. Qualities. Something about you that people can't seem to ignore. Overall respect, radio and TV dogma. And you can select 2 flaws. You have to. I guess you don't. Just to build character, I guess. A little RP. Moronic. College is prohibited. The Great Smusola. Your transparent flattery causes more problems than it smooths over. Intellectuals, relations with Russia, relations with US, respect of the least intelligent plus. Okay, that one actually has somewhat of a positive. Respect of all women minus. Ugly. You can't choose this because you've already chosen charismatic. Overall respect minus tourism rating. You must have fallen from the top of the ugly tree and hit your face on every branch on the way down. Tourette's syndrome. While somewhat troubling, your State of the Union address are a huge international success on pay-per-view. Overall respect minus, relations with Russia and USA minus, annual pay-per-view revenue. Okay. Okay, let's try one of the scenarios. Original Tropico scenarios. Paradise Island, that's the expansion. Of Paradise Island miscellaneous scenarios. Tourism. Paradise Island military. Okay. Okay, quite a few scenarios. Devastating earthquake has leveled most of your island. Only a few particularly well-built structures have survived, including your palace, of course. No expense was spared in its construction. With only 20 people and almost no infrastructure, rebuild your island to a thriving, happy paradise on Earth. Difficulty very hard. Ooh. Maybe we should try with the original. Start with the originals. Probably not start with a very hard. Ridiculously hard. Your island has just converted to democracy and elected you, with the rest of the world watching. The bad news is that a hostile political environment and mandatory fair elections every few years. The good news is that the UN will build your first 3 buildings of your choice, absolutely free and instantaneously. Okay, there's no easy ones in the main game. Tropico has everything it needs to attract those Yankee college students. Rundown hotel, a seedy bar and a jail right next to the airport to remind them to have fun. But not too much of it. Bring them on. I guess we'll start off with a moderate. Once a tropical paradise, Isla de Foresta is no longer very beautiful. Its once thriving forests have been chopped down and now the island's economy has crashed. Find a new source of income to feed your people and hold on to your power base. Perhaps you might even be able to help the forest to return. This will do rarely. Will be scored based on the total value of your island's building and bank account after 50 years. Yeah, so it's timing based instead of goal oriented. I see a lot of shacks. Can I get rid of these logging camps? Causes areas that have been cut down to regenerate at twice the normal speed. Some iron. Bit of gold. Could set up an iron mine. Just to start off a profit. Oh, we do need to get some food as well, of course. Start up a nice corn farm. Do I need to set up infrastructure? That would bankrupt me. Okay, maybe the mine isn't the best. Can I cancel that? Maybe we can do farming industry instead. Some coffee. That sounds pretty good. Set up a tenement maybe to get all these shacks out.
Please, you cannot build that here.
Oh, there was already a corn farm here. I wonder how much space they occupy. I am losing money worryingly fast. There's no like bulldozer option or anything. Guess not. At least I don't see one anywhere. Oh, we made a little bit of profit at least. Something, I guess. That was already 1 year. Sawdust burner decreases pollution. How would that decrease? Like in a negative way? not that much. Okay, we do some fishing. There's a dock. That's probably for the freighters and stuff. There's a fishing value over there.
Please, you cannot build that here.
I am already in the red. That's not great. We have just been visited by Pedro de la Pepe, president of Pepe and Son, contracting an interior design. He is eager to grow his business and has made a proposition. In exchange for a permanent contract to manage all construction on our island, he will make a one-time payment of 20,000 to our national treasury. Presidente, he recoups his initial payment by charging a hefty premium for his services. He would increase all of our building costs by 30%. So what say you? We need rebuilding money badly. Take the 20,000, we can invest it in the new industries and use the profits to afford his inflated costs. Z's man, he's not a construction manager, he is a loan shark. Maybe this type of business works in Havana, but not here on our blessed Isla de Foresta. Yeah. I already made some money back. Housing quality is still in the shit. $1,500 and we could regenerate the forests. 1,000 for a house. That's a minus, right? Oh, it's not getting any. They're still growing the crops, of course. I made a grand. Oh, we did make a profit last year. Good profit there. There must be like a demolition button or something that I'm missing. There, bulldoze. Rid of these faraway logging camps, so... Oh, bulldozing costs money as well. Shit. Only 2 people live in one of these. It costs $1,000. Probably should have accepted that money. Osvaldo Estever, leader of the religious faction, is complaining about the lack of church on Tropico. If we don't build one soon, we will surely lose support of religious Tropicans across the island. A church is 6 grand. What the shit? Do these logging camps just existing cost money? That's what I'm wondering. It takes a long while to plant those crops. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
Ain't no way they're electing me. Game is a lot more difficult than the future games. I'm not quite catching up on how I'm doing. Well, made a profit again. That's something. This place still didn't make a profit last year. Ignacio Zapata, leader of the intellectuals on Tropico, has complained about the lack of a high school. Without at least one high school, you will lose support among the intellectuals. God damn. Oh, that's this year, not previous. I've been reading it as the previous year. Is it the roads missing or something? Roads are expensive as shit though. I thought that they might just make things move a little faster. I feel like the tutorial left out a lot of stuff. Oh, there's someone transferring stuff. Would be fun to pick the brain of an expert at this game. I'm not getting this at all. I think that's the fashion with a lot of these older management games. They just seem so alien after playing modern ones. I didn't really grow up with these kinds of games. I just later came into them. Like, why hasn't this place made any income for a whole year? Is it just that it doesn't like the game being sped up this much? Many of you people are complaining that there have not been free elections since you rose to power 6 years ago. If we don't hold elections, we risk public backlash. If the people feel they cannot express their conscience for or against you at the ballot box, they are much more likely to take up arms against you, now or in the future. Alright, we'll have elections 12 months from today. I somehow have the people's support. I lost 3 grand last year. This fisherman's wharf didn't make a single buck of profit all year. Is it because it's in that spot? But it seems like they're fishing through there. I don't get it. Maybe I should try just save this map. I might try free mode first. Oop, didn't mean to exit the whole game. I don't know if it's my... I don't think it's my PC or anything. To be a farmer. Communist faction plus intellectual minus farmer productivity plus. Rise to power. Elected as capitalist. Oh, that's factory. Anything with farms. Farmer productivity, communist rebellion. Hard working, overall productivity. Green thumb. Alcoholic relations with Russia plus. Pompous. I love this menu. I miss the little fly-by stuff like that. Okay, so you start off with 3 farms. They said that one farm supplies 30 people with food. Well, immediately we need a lot of houses. Get that church. I can't afford it immediately. Marketplace. Maybe put in some new farms. What do we have? Got a lot of tobacco. Set up some tobacco farms. I don't know if this shows unemployment though. Just wondering if I have like enough people for the jobs, that's the thing. Probably should build the farms first, actually. I don't know if the game, like, animation-wise keeps up with the game speed. That's something that I worry of. I'm just not used to waiting so long for profits in a management game. I mean, it does make sense that we need to plant all the stuff, of course, and wait for it to grow. You set up a church real quick. I don't know, maybe the tenement is a bad idea. I mean, it's better than a shack, probably. So that's something I noticed. They level the terrain before they start building. That's cool to see. Instead of the terrain just snapping into place immediately once you place the building. get the church ready first. Maybe I should have built a tenement closer to the farms, actually. Oh well. Oh yeah. Gotta hire someone to run this. I think it was just the scenario that was messing with me. Probably should have the Teamster and Builder. High paint jobs. I'm getting more money than I can use in this mode. I think it was just a scenario. I don't know if I should have scrapped the logging camps first. Just get rid of those. It did mention that there was an option to maybe make the trees grow, but I don't know if you're actually supposed to aim for that. Maybe we set up a newspaper. Help with our liberty, I think. Margaret Tapia, leader of the militarist faction, would like to inform you that there is much grumbling among the militarist faction about the low wages paid to Tropico soldiers. Gonna need a clinic as well. That's something that I noticed as well. There's always a reserved spot for spouse. Dominium, 6,000. Apartment complex, 5,000. Luxury house. Wise electricity. Actually lost money this year. You to see housing somehow. I mean, this shows me how many people are in a job, but I'd like to see the unemployed as well. Oh, there's one. Unemployed. Just one. I don't know how many people are actually... I mean, I guess I can kind of see from the amount of sheds how many people are homeless. Try building one of these. That's just a higher... We'll increase the rent a little bit to get some profit out of this place. I am making money at least. Tobacco farms made some good money. I just really appreciate the style of these old management games. Just so pleasant to look at. And I think they're sprites, right? The detail, so nice. Especially with like stuff like Zoo Tycoon. Margaret Tuppy, a leader of the militarist faction, is complaining about that our armed forces are much too small for an island of our size. The militarists consider this a sign of weakness on the part of El Presidente and look for you to add more soldiers. Okay. Gonna take a look at the militarist faction, maybe. Moderate support is quite a lot. Guess I should appease them. Is it the armory? I have no idea what a lot of these places do, that's the thing as well. I think like the construction office is pretty obvious, of course. What does the bank do? Give me passive income, maybe? Okay, so I need to build the armory. Yeah, it seems like this houses less people. Less people, but it's of higher quality. I wonder if the shacks disappear immediately. I remember having to remove some in 5 or 4. Yeah, much less people supported. Okay. College educated workers required. So now I should be able to build guard stations. Armory and at least one general per guard station. Oh yeah, I should get the clinic done. I love the border there. Oh, we did get a... I want a college educated here. We could set up a high school. Place is just losing us money. Him here. I think it might just be best to have one farm. That closer proximity. I mean, I don't know if they've produced any, that's the thing. This one already did though. Or maybe they're really close to getting a profit soon. Hopefully. No, we'll see. Should I do any edicts? Foreign literacy organizations have offered to help advance the skills of Tropicans by teaching them to read and other modern skills. Workers will learn faster and acquire higher skill levels in their jobs. Students will learn faster in schools. $5 per adult Tropican per year. We're getting our high school education started.
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
Mm-hmm. Get some entertainment. El Presidente's childhood home. You can just place it anywhere. Got a nice pub. Gabriela Bonilla, the leader of the local capitalists, has been voicing concerns about the heavy dependence of Tropico's economy on low-profit activities like farming and resource gathering. Perhaps if we build more industries or attract more tourists, we can make a nice profit and satisfy the capitalists too. Okay. Calling for industry. Cannery, that's fishing, jewelry for mining gold, I assume. We are getting tobacco, so we can make a cigar factory. Get some more teachers in here. Many of you people are complaining. Oh, alright. Oh, dress code. Fuck that. Come as you like. We are winning. Plenty of people getting high school educations, nice. Get some colleges, maybe.
Your people no longer feel that staring at grass is fun. They need more entertainment, my president.
Hey, staring at grass is great. Okay, pub's operational. The election is to be held next month. While we can't be sure how it will turn out, right now it appears he'll get about 70% of the vote. Although it appears you're on the path to victory, we have an option to guarantee the win with complete certainty. If you'd like, we can make a arrange to have one of your supporters monitor the ballot box and help interpret the ballots in a way most favorable to you. While we will try to be subtle about the action, some level of detection is unavoidable. The greater the number of votes we must alter, the greater the resentment from the people. If we perform such an action, you'll suffer some resentment, even if it turns out that the fraud was unnecessary and that you had sufficient votes without it. No more than 20% of the ballots can be reinterpreted. If the vote goes badly against you, there is no way to salvage the election. Shall we go ahead and try to fix? There's no need, I'm winning. Make this pop cheap. People are gonna be able to pay for the drinks. We'd probably raise the farm's payments as well.
For 10 years now, Presidente. Keep up the good work. The population of Tropico grows quickly. We now have over 100 citizens.
Okay, let's look into electricity. Sounds like a scam, but maybe it's nice. Yeah, we could build a whole ass cathedral. $17,000. Well, we can afford it, so. College-educated workers required. Maybe next we'll build the college. How's the education looking? Quite a lot of nuns, but few high schoolers. Teachers should be paid a shit ton. Entertainment quality is still pretty crap. Sure. Oh yeah, we could make the bar free actually. Rafael Guerra, leader of the communist faction, complains to all who will listen that El Presidente has done a poor job of providing housing. There is more validity to this complaint. Perhaps if we build more inexpensive housing for the people, we can turn this issue to our advantage. Make another pub. Building that on top of the shack. Set up a banana farm here. I assume that it does like a circle around it, maybe. That kind of stuff becomes more obvious in future games. They like obviously build quite a large area around them. Okay, nice. These are profitable now. Good, good. Oh yeah, gotta think about pollution there. I didn't actually make much profit that year. Might be bad. What's the cigar factory? Never made any income. That's not great. Oh, there we go. Just got a huge bump in profit. This to be a really high paying job. What if it copies payments when you build a new one? Get a college in here so we don't need to hire any more people. We can start training them ourselves. Slowly catching up on the profits. Might need some more Teamsters, come to think of it. We are starting to grow quite big. Takes a while to educate people. To wait for the next profits.
Presidente, our treasury is empty and our debt grows day by day.
Just waiting for the next year. We'll bust the profits. Uh-oh. We didn't make it up. Shit. I think I might have built too many amenities too quickly. Without thinking of industries. Oh, this is really bad. Put us into debt. I'm gonna get shot. I don't get the fishermen's. Seems like they don't do anything. Still lifetime income of 0. Do they only work with canneries? Due to the continuing decline in Tropico's financial situation, the World Bank has imposed restrictions on its financing of Tropico's debt. Until there is a substantial financial improvement, we will not be able to pay any of our workers more than 20 per month, effective immediately. Ugh. Good news, Presidente. The World Bank has recognized Tropico's financial improvements by removing its salary caps on Tropican workers effective immediately. Nice, nice. There we go. The golf factory made a big profit again. I think it's because I have too few Teamsters, maybe. Are there actually upgrades you can do to Teamsters? No. Those Teamsters quick. hopefully these Teamsters will pick up the transfers. There we are. Okay, cigar factory is making some really good profit now. Nice.
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
Okay, we're gonna start educating college people on our own now. What if I should look into making some roads? Those might be nice.
¿Qué?
Oh no, they were getting in. Okay, got a couple people starting to become college educated now. Rafael Guerra, leader of the local communist faction, has condemned you for allowing such wide income disparity between the poor and the rich. Okay, let's increase the farm payments. Not that much. Just Jesus. Income disparity, that's an interesting stat. Many of you people are complaining that... yeah. Holy shit! Look at that support amount. Doing this one by one is a bit of a pain. A couple more college teachers. The fees keep increasing, of course. Is that? Hire want to run the power plant so we can start getting some electric stuff. These condominiums. Damn, almost everyone supports me now. Definitely doing a lot more better than in that campaign one. Oof, lifetime profit of 40k from the cigar factory. Nice. Increases tobacco wastage. Increases production per worker by 50%, but creates machine rolled cigars which are worth less than hand rolled. Cigars seem like a very interesting thing to me. I've seen a lot of collectors and stuff. I'd love to try smoking like a really nice cigar, even though I don't smoke. Never even tried smoking cigarettes, but I feel like a proper cigar would be a interesting thing to try. Okay, this fisherman is actually making some profit. Export prices of sugar and all rum products have decreased by 10%. Okay, we're not producing any of those. Power used. 32. Requires electricity, but it doesn't say how much. Like we're building underneath stuff. It's weird. What if this is just decoratory, or does it actually increase speeds? I mean, the intro did have like a car in it, so I assume eventually we can get cars here. You have one guard station, but no generals to command it.
20 years have passed since you took office, my presidente. You have already outlasted all your predecessors.
I don't know why, but this makes me want to play that the Dungeon Keeper. Maybe because of the notifications. I don't know if putting paths in the wrong place will make the farms work less efficiently. Gotta make a new construction office. Oh yeah, it looks like it copies the wages of other buildings of the same type. That's actually pretty nice. Just wish there was a thing to change them all at once. Export price of papaya has increased. Ah, okay. Actually has like a circle around it. But does that make these places have electricity? I assume not. Gonna be an expensive place. There's still a few shacks. Okay. Pretty much everyone seems happy. Entertainment quality is still a bit low. $25K to build a sports complex. Because electricity and a pub. Is an interesting requirement. I think mostly in these older games I prefer the free mode rather than the campaigns. Zoo Tycoon had that problem. It was fun to play the campaign in Zoo Tycoon, but it also made you wait a shit ton of time for the actual mission to complete. There was no fast food or there was no instant completion of mission once you met the criteria, which was a bit weird. Okay. Got a condominium now. Your government, your friend. Let's the people see the shiny face of their nation's leader a bit more. Increases your respect among other people. Independent channel on TV increases liberty.
The
Doubles.
treasury is doing well.
Doubles the rate at which your workers acquire experience. Foreign broadcaster will pay you once per adult Tropico to show Gilligan's Island reruns. The more journalists you have working here and the more skilled they are, the higher the fee will rise. This passive income. Foreign broadcaster will pay you for uneducated male Tropican to show fat men bumping into each other. The more journalists you have working here, the more skilled they are, the higher the fee. Foreign broadcaster will pay you month per adult female Tropican to show reruns of when Boris met Bianca. 2 PPC to get that liberty increase. So we should slowly start filling up all of the college slots now, hopefully. Was Liberty Hop to 72 already. Environment score for your residents based on where they live and work. Keep polluting buildings away from and downwind from populations and just give the rating high. We could probably swap the gas to increase that score a little bit. Crime safety. We could start doing tourist stuff. Open a tourist resort here. What the hell is this? Archaeological site. Opens this up for research.
I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
And not coincidentally tourist visits. Okay. Okay, let's host an election. Although El Presidente perhaps enjoys the might of black smoke belching from his factories and power plants, there have been certain citizens who have complained about the pollution. By implementing air pollution standards, we can cut pollution from factories in half. This will also raise maintenance costs at factories by 40%.
Right away, Excellency.
We have recently been contacted by the manager for an aging American pop singer. It seems this fellow has a following among the tourist crowds and even among some Tropicans. By hiring him for a set of engagements here, we would see a moderate boost to tourism and even a small boost to entertainment quality for our local residents. This singer also has a favorable relationship with the Yankee politicians, and we might see a small boost in our relations with America by hiring him. Be right back. Okay, yeah. So let's look into some tourism. A couple more of these condominiums, maybe.
Please, You cannot build that here.
Oh yeah, we need a substation. Be most teamsters. Did someone die? Oh yeah, how's the mining? We're gonna make an iron mine here. I don't know if that leads into any further industries though. Set up a papaya farm as well. The export price of those increased. It wasn't occupancy, should be good. Lost some profits there. Set up these new industries pretty quickly. Upgrade our cigar factory. Decrease tobacco wastage. Forgetting that there's a corn farm there.
You have reigned for 30 years now, Your Excellency. Quite an accomplishment.
Nice. Roach patrol. Cuts maintenance cost in half, but also cuts housing quality by a third. Sonia Parque, leader of the communist faction, complains to all who will listen that the El Presidente has done a poor job of providing housing. I'm building housing right now. We'll build a Teamster here. Either way, there we are. Next to the industries. Ruben Alonso, the only unemployed person on Tropico.
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
Mm-hmm. Let's get that done. Can never remember where it is. Oh, it actually costs money. Oh, actually somewhat of a split this time.
Presidente, our treasury is empty and our debt grows day by day.
Just hold up a bit, we'll get the profit soon. Mm-hmm. Okay, just these two left. And then we'll get to work on the tourism stuff. Waiting on these to start profiting. Leader of the religious faction recently questioned El Presidente's commitment to religion. Lack of a cathedral in Tropico was cited. Tropico has grown considerably. Perhaps we might consider building a magnificent cathedral to give thanks for our success.
Presidente, our population has grown to over 250 people.
Waiting on construction to start here. There's someone. Oh. Is there a random farmer here? Actually, I don't think that's a minus. Nope, it is a minus. Bit hard to see it. Holy shit, we're in debt. Ugh. We could just set up a logging camp, maybe. Start getting some furniture here. Go through a bunch of slumps, but we're also climbing right back up. These are starting to produce finally. is a pretty big project. Ooh, payment shops plummeting. That's not great. But went for the airport stuff too early. Try and get this lumber mill made. Oh, this should be a really high paying one. Get our product to move. There might be a problem. There's a shit ton of output, but nothing's happening.
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
Oh, damn, our iron profits.
Tropico has been under your enlightened rule for 40 years. Truly, your presence has been felt by generations of Tropicans.
Mm-hmm. Okay, construction on the airport continues. How much is it for that cathedral that people wanted? $20K. Let's wait a little bit more. Finally in the green. I think it's mostly the militarist faction that's upset with me. Okay, let's set up this factory. Okay, furniture factory is being built. What's our power actually? Still looking good. Need to build that cathedral soon. How's the religious support actually? Religious faction is pretty high, so would help to build that cathedral. That was 20k, right? Mm-hmm. Nice. Furniture factory is up. Get a machining center there. Ooh. Oh, no, that was minus. Minus mark is so tiny. Probably wouldn't have been too bad on a oldie monitor, of course. Okay, we've got output. Already sent some of the output out. Still a couple tenements here maybe. Waiting for that income. Oh, I wish to remind you that you only have 5 years left until you reach the retirement age that you set when you first took office. While it will be possible to stay in power beyond that date, your rating for the history books will be based on where things stand 5 years from now. Ah. Oh yeah, it's 1995. God damn it, where's the income? Build this whole ass factory and nothing's happening. I don't know, should I build another dock maybe? That might help. Alice Johnny, thank you for the follow. There are a lot of raiders waiting, so...
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
Okay, let's get the cathedral built. Profit of this place has been falling, I think we'll build it over that. It still hasn't gotten any income. What the fuck? It is receiving some output store. But I still hasn't gotten any income. Not sure what to do about that. Get that religion running finally. This is where we've been lacking in support. I think I've gotten the happiness over half at any point in game. Logs and all wood products have decreased. God damn it! This place hasn't even paid any income. Oh, these are reliant on Teamsters as well. I thought that that was the dock workers. Okay, I should probably build a couple more Teamsters, or at least one right next to this place. I'm curious what way the second game will go, because that's called like Pirate Cove. You're supposed to play like a pirate in that, I think. Yeah, it does look like the people are maybe a little bit faster on the roads. Congratulations. Through good times and bad, you've managed to cling to power for 50 years. Now it's time to say adios. Final score 314.
Viva, Presidente! Step forward and bask in the warmth that your people show you. The leader of Tropico and a true friend of the people. You are surely the kind of leader that Vladimir Lenin himself would be proud to call friend. Comrade Presidente, the Communist Party has thrived under your steady hand. However, though most of the people respect you, some of the men of cloth have been less kind to you. Let them stay in their churches. You rule in the streets. Industry thrives at the heart of Tropico's economy. Your understanding of world trade has made you many friends here and abroad. I should note that your retirement from public life will not likely be easy financially. Perhaps if you had tucked away more in your Swiss account, you'll be able to maintain a more comfortable lifestyle. Viva, Presidente! You've managed to tread lightly and achieve a reasonable degree of overall happiness for your people. While you may have lacked in luster in some areas, you sparkled like a diamond in others.
Okay. Yeah, so I did badly with the religious groups. I didn't have any Swiss bank stuff. Still want to see Tourist industry.
50 years of your blessed presidency have passed. Bravo!
I guess this hasn't made any income because the stuff has been stuck in the docks, maybe? Because didn't have enough Teamsters. Build a tenement right next to this place, actually. That might help. Maybe a couple. Oh, there we go. Income. And we've almost made back the losses. Yeah, so I guess the stuff was just stuck in the docks. That's why I didn't see any income rises. So I'm curious what these dock workers actually do if the Teamsters do the output store. I mean, they seem like they move stuff there, but it says that the Teamsters all the stuff. Or maybe it means between the dock and the...
The treasury is doing well.
Between the dock and the factories and stuff. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how this system works. Definitely made a huge profit all of a sudden, so it makes me feel like the Teamsters are needed here. I don't know, maybe this game has a wiki. Seems kind of old. Older games might not have wikis that often. I didn't notice how low the terrain is going. Yeah, now there's not a whole lot of output store left. Yeah, once that tenement is done, we'll continue on the tourism stuff. I didn't get, like, I don't think I got any random events, unless those demands from the parties are events. I don't think so. I think they're supposed to be like volcanoes and stuff too. I mean, I did set them very rare, but still. None for 3 hours. Oh, well, like maybe 2.5. Nice. I don't know, maybe it's just not possible to have cars in this. I don't think I'm missing like a building or anything either. Yeah, what about these marketplaces? Let's build one and see what it says.
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year. My president, the people, they suffer for lack of medical treatment.
Okay. Well, let's build him a nice hospital. So I wonder if maybe these won't like decrease the tourism rating as much. I'm actually starting to get close to losing elections. There we are. Why is that religious quality still so low? Maybe we're supposed to have a couple cathedrals by this point.
Presidente, we do not have enough electricity to power all the buildings on the island.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, we want a cigar factory working real soon. It's bad. Leasing is starting to look better. Set up an army base over here.
Presidente, our treasury is empty, and our debt grows day by day.
Yep, building more power. If I build a road towards here, will that help get the builders there faster? Okay, there we are. That should return our factories to use. I'm not sure if this furniture factory was that worth it. Ooh, tobacco prices increased. Come might be better off just scrapping this place and selling the raw wood. Can't afford to bulldoze it. God damn it. Probably could have done some of these diplomatic things. Might have helped. Using up those expensive materials and sell them instead. I don't know, maybe if I had a bunch more lumber yards and stuff, it'd be worth it. Oh, I wonder if with iron and root I could have set up a cannery. Not great that I can't really see what's required for what. And it seemed like I could build a cannery at any time, I don't know.
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
Might not win this one.
You have now ruled Tropico for 60 years. A milestone rarely achieved, my president.
And the luxury hotel is actually being built already. I don't know if it's just I mean, I might get some bookings into the hotel without having any services, but the services would definitely help. I only need 5 grand for the diplomatic ministry. not really climbing out of this slump. Maybe I should have, or could have selected some more even ground. I somehow won. I guess I could do service all ships. I don't know if there's no tourist accommodations, but who knows? Up to coal, maybe that will help some. Minus 40 grand. I think we might be done. I mean, as long as we don't get kicked out. We can still see the development here happen. Yeah, now low wages are starting to get in the way of the factions. Yeah, probably gonna end with a military coup. Maybe if I build this with higher importance than the airport, we'd at least have this so we'd get some tourists coming in. Construction workers are pretty tired. I'm curious how that tourism rating stuff works. Like what reduces it specifically? If I could build luxury houses to have people here. Capitalists are getting angry now. Well, those are some pretty hefty prices if we can get any people here. That'd be a profit kick. Oh, there's a yacht coming in. "17 tourists. Hey, that's something. I think it's enough to pull us through, though. Yeah, it's not much of a profit. This was kind of a money sink, this one. Oh yeah, high-class tourism has plummeted. Is it because of pollution, maybe? I have a surprising amount of respect still. Oh yeah, I could probably remove that edict.
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
Guess I could have this running again. See if I can make anything out of it. It seemed like it was losing me money, really. Oh, we've hoped back somewhat. The airport is finally being constructed. And now we're... I don't think we've ever been this close to losing the election. We seem to be climbing up in profit. We could build a bauxite mine. Let's try to skew the votes a bit. Yeah, 3 away from winning. Losing. Oh shit, good at all. Protect me. We win. Somehow. That was the saddest coup d'etat I've ever seen. I could start making a mine. That could take us out of the slump. Need 3 grand.
Presidente, we cannot afford this right now.
Oh, hey. That doesn't seem safe. Maybe a couple more farms as well. That mine is a high priority. If I can build up 10 grand, I'll build a military base.
Watch it.
Miami.
May I help you?
I do like seeing the planes flying above now. We live in hurricane. Oh, now they do it. Tropical storm Andrew will strike our island. Take cover. Oh shit, our fucking power plant.
Not have enough electricity to power all the buildings on the island.
Couldn't have been a worse target. Or fucking dogs! Jesus! The one time we get a disaster and it's a completely debilitating one. I can afford one dog. Just as papaya prices increase. Damn it. Unless the military coup is probably just a way to go for a dictator. This game is so fun. That's such a good style to it. And it works surprisingly well as well. Why aren't they getting any output?
Presidente, I believe some of your people may be calling for an election next year.
Hey, at least the dock is functional now. Oh, this is it. Oh, probably the best way to end a tropical run. I could have retired. Why didn't I retire? They're having a really hard time at this. There's no loyalists still left. These rebels suck. They've been at this for almost a year. What are they even shooting at? People are just going to work. As per usual. Did they get bugged out or something? But can you not get a game over from a coup in this? Hey, a new duty-free shop has been completed. There we are. Sadly, your people have no use for you anymore. Perhaps someday they will appreciate all you have done for them. In the meantime, may I suggest a hasty departure?
Holy frijoles! We got out of there just in time. Presidente, you look tired from all your work for these ungrateful Tropicans. Perhaps I should hold those bags of money for you while you rest.
Yo, that was Tropico. This game is still really fucking good. God damn. Aged really well. Some mechanical things that definitely make you appreciate newer games. But yeah. We'll see what we play on the next one. I will definitely play Tropico 2 as well. Just need to see if it works as well as this one. I had a hell of a time trying to get this to function well with stream elements. But yeah, see everyone for the next one.